Welcome to Kharche Ka Funda with me, Anil Saigal. On this show, we'll talk about the fundamentals of spending wisely. We have with us today Saurabh. Hi, Saurabh.
Hi.
Saurabh, tell us a little about yourself.
I'm a 36-year-old ex-IT person. So I've spent about 15 years in IT industry.
Okay.
Sales, training, operations, BPO operations as well. And right now I'm working on my own startup.
Okay, so you said ex-IT, so now you're not in IT anymore, or?
Well, IT now I think IT is just a part of the technology that enhances the overall experience. But no, I'm not really. I wouldn't want to categorize myself as an IT person anymore.
Okay. So what is this startup about that you're doing?
It's more of an idea which is to bring, do something in the media space across at a countrywide level. So right now it's a very basic nascent project which we are working on. Then we'll source for funding, and then we will launch if everything goes well in the next few months or max 8 months.
So Saurabh, we are about money. We are about money and spending. So let's hear what your views on money and spending are.
So I have a little Vedic view on the concept of money. I believe money is Lakshmi, goddess Lakshmi.
Okay.
And by the typical nature of how goddess Lakshmi is, she is very chanchal. So irrespective of how much you try to get to yourself, she's going to eventually whistle out of your hands and go to someone else.
Okay.
Okay, so one has to just understand the nature of the energy, if you so to call, so to speak, money is, to deal with it. So I think it's Lakshmi. You have to treat it with respect, and you also have to treat her other aspects, which are her equal balancing negatives, like Alakshmi, which is her sister, which is typically somebody who is not appreciated in people's house. You also have to pay to her.
I haven't had any experience with this term.
The Vedas say that Lakshmi, Vedas and the Puranic stories say that Lakshmi has a sister called Alakshmi. Okay, wherever Lakshmi goes, Alakshmi also is with her. It is the balancing force of energy. Like there's a negative pole and there's a positive. Okay, there's a south and there's a north pole. Now, a lot of people in India and Hindus, when they pray to Lakshmi, a lot of times they would forget praying to Alakshmi, who is Lakshmi's sister.
Okay.
And that may create a lot of chaos in people's lives.
So money will come in, but it will not bring you good,
The
it will bring
peace,
you bad.
exactly. So,
This is a great funda I never heard of, although I'm not very religious, I have to warn you. But still, I love this perspective. I love these concepts because there is something in the Vedas, there's something very deep thinking involved, which must have had some sense, otherwise nobody would follow it for thousands and thousands of years.
Absolutely.
So I respect it utterly and completely, and I find it very fascinating. And this is the first time I've heard about a Lakshmi.
So, if you look at olden people or in villages, people, they used to have nimbu mirchi tied outside house, or you have something khatta like a curd or salt kept outside house. That is basically to keep Alakshmi out.
Okay.
So there goes a story when Lord Vishnu was sleeping on Sheshnaga in, this island, this ocean of milk, and Alakshmi and Lakshmi, both sisters. So Lakshmi is Vishnu's wife in one of the stories. So she asked Vishnu that who is more beautiful, me or my sister, Alakshmi. Now this is a very tricky situation that Lord Vishnu was in. Okay, if he says either of the sisters is better, the other one is going to take revenge or going to get angry on him.
Yes.
So what Vishnu replies is, when Lakshmi is inside house, when money is inside house, she brings prosperity. When Alakshmi is outside the door of my house, she brings me prosperity. So both sisters are beautiful, important, necessary, but their positions in and outside the house will typically depend on the thought.
Okay, so that's a great perspective on money. So you've made it directly connected to the Vedas or to the stories from the Vedas. So how do we implement your thoughts into our life? How do we implement these principles of Lakshmi and Alakshmi into our life, into the practical world?
Once you acquire money, so everybody acquires money, okay? Some get it through their jobs, some get it through their businesses, sometimes you get it through gifts. Once you acquire the money, how well you use your money, where do you make your expenses, will typically define whether Alakshmi stays inside your house or outside your house. If you're going to spend it in something which is probably more for self, okay, self satisfaction, ego massage, and not for more than yourself, you are more or less going to invite a Lakshmi. When you spend it on people who matter, start with your near and dear ones. When you spend it for the rightful purposes first, and then put yourself last into the race with the money that you have made, you are bound to have
A Lakshmi out of
a
the
Lakshmi
house.
out of your house, and also you will probably see Lakshmi staying with you for a longer time, because you are not using her only for your self satisfaction, but for the betterment of society, people, whoever it could be, in
So
any
you
form or way.
So you've given us in a very concise form a great takeaway that
Thank you.
money can be good, you call it Lakshmi, money can be bad, you call it Alakshmi. It's great, and it will depend on how you use your money. How you brought it in and how you're going to use it
Correct.
will keep you either happy or unhappy. I think you've given us a great takeaway, Saurabh, and thanks a lot for sharing this with us. It's been very great talking to you, and I love this concept of yours.
Thank you.
And we'll meet you again sometime.
Sure. Thank you so much.
And before we go, funda of the day. After you've acquired money, your happiness will depend upon how you went about spending it.